All right, Libra, here we go. This is the Soulmate Energies update for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for December 2022. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. Now, this reading is technically timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it because you're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. I've got a pre-shuffle here. And I remember your November reading. I was puzzled. Why? You guys are like right on top of each other. Energetically, you should be together. I mean, if I were reading, like, I mean, it just, you're already together. I don't understand why it's not happening in the 3D or hasn't happened yet or hasn't happened fully yet. My pre-shuffle backs it up. It's a similar message. It really is. And I tried to pull an energy update for you mid-month time frame, and back in November, of course. And I got the same reading I got in the November reading, so I just scrapped it. I don't like repeating readings. It looks like I'm going to have to here. I mean, in a big way. I've got the Four of Wands crossed by the Ten of Cups. You should be together and happy. But this is more of a dream state. But the energy, their energy is right on top of you, and vice versa. Well, what needs to happen here, the universe is saying, is we need a change in someone doing nothing, Four of Swords in the 3D, so we can have a coming together, an actual resurrection of this thing, an actually being together, judgment. Okay, I mean it's in the Nine Cups is underneath the Judgment. I have no words. I have a reading that says, yeah, they're already together. Why are you pulling a reading on them, Steve? Oh, because somebody needs to change their behavior of just doing nothing about it. They're aware that their energy is on top of you. They feel you on a high level, as I'm sure you feel them. It would be impossible not to. Let's shuffle the deck. Let's see what's going to happen here in December. Let's see. Give me the soulmate cycle from the angle of Libra for December 2022, universe. All right. Okay. This first card out's before the cut. It's why the fuck are we here? So why the fuck are we here? Five of Pentacles. Somebody's leaving themselves out in the cold. Okay. Yeah, we got that from the pre-shuffle. Thanks. But the cut cards should back up the pre-shuffle, and they do. But there's only... We're out in the cold in 3D. That's a minor arcana card. And that's again, backing up the pre-shuffle. I believe communication might happen here. There's going to be some forward movement here. I see that in the 3D. Okay, in the 5D, you're already together. Married, happy, frolicking, whatever. There's going to be some communication from someone who has left themselves out in the cold up till now and been doing nothing. And I think this card translates with the Death card up in the pre-shuffle. There's a transformation in the energy. Now, the universe was saying in the surface energy, they need to do this, right? And Judgment told us we got someone from the past showing up in the present. Yeah. We see it here in the cut. It results in some kind of communication. All right. Let's see where we go. Give me the soulmate cycle, final shuffle for December 2022 from the angle of Libra. Let's see where we go here. All right. You ready? I'm ready. That's it. That's all she wrote. Three Cups, even bigger card of communication for me in the minor arcana. It's the flow of water. It's perched birds, communication, the sun, and lightning. I think, what's fueling this? Yeah, the star. I'm totally reading it right. Yeah, there's communication coming. I mean, somebody's going to reach out. I don't know what the catch is here. I'm not even sure there is a catch. You got the Libra angle on this cycle is one of the most roses, rainbows, and unicorns there is. I mean, you're already together. The energy is already together. I don't know how else to describe it. You walk with them, they walk with you. You know, we need somebody in the 3D to speak up, to do something, to, even if you are talking to this person, to reveal more. Here's the energy around your connection. Here's how they're behaving in the 3D. Here's their soul. Here's the hidden energy, the message from the universe, red with the energy of the connection. Right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. I will clarify everything and throw some universe cards at the end. Let's see where we go. Energy is the same as November, with the exception being 3D communication seems to be on tap here. What's the energy around the connection? Three of Wands. Very soon. Yeah. Communication. Very soon. Things are about to pop. Something. That's my something's about to pop card. It's my flux capacitor. It's lit. Car is about to disappear in a flash of light and show up somewhere else. It's right there. Something's about to pop. I'm just going to say that. It's the one step away from, we're one step away from the Four of Wands, which is what we kind of opened with in the pre-shuffle. How are they behaving in the 3D? Maybe this will explain something. Yeah, the Page of Swords. Lingering. It's lingering around. It's a little bit of spying energy. It's a little bit of maybe trying to find a cop-out, not to reach out. It's a little bit of that. It's a little bit of insecurity. It's all that kind of stuff rolled together. You can lump it all together and say it's a spying energy, which is huge right now here in December. Everybody's person is peeking in at some point. The Soul, bookending the Three of Wands, yeah, 10 of Wands. I can dig this. This is a lot of pressure, okay? Because the Soul feels you. We know that, right? It does. And somebody here has a lot they want to open up about. It's because your energies, your 5D energies, if you will, your souls are already together. It's a real pressure. It's a real burden on them not to come together in the 3D, which is why, bookending it over here, we have the Three of Wands and the energy of the connection. Something's about to pop, you know, and this is sort of my dam's about to break card. You know, it puts a lot of pressure on the soul in these instances, and there's a lot of pressure. And in the 3D, somebody's, you know, taking another look, maybe a little bit insecure. I have no idea why they're behaving this way. It's very disappointing, but we'll see what happens. You know, it is a card of communication, though. You know, it is. Maybe they're afraid to talk to you. Maybe it can be that because these are, when the energies are together like this in the 5D, it can be very strong. And again, there's a lot of pressure on the soul here. There's a lot of burden. Okay. To get something done, to reach out. Overall energy, I mean, forget about the Eight of Wands after the cut. The overall energy here is the Three of Cups. That is some serious telling somebody how you feel. It really is. Hidden energy, message from the universe, red with the Three of Wands. Yeah, there's that Nine of Wands. Well, we talked about this in the monthly overview, right? When I talked about the Jupiter cycles and things like that. Yeah, that wall is about to come down. The wall can't be, because of all the pressure in the soul, the wall is just, it's gone, it's all deteriorated. It's gone to shit. The wall is about to fall. Okay. What's the potential final outcome? We'll see what else the universe has to say there. You know, this is a typical Libra reading. It really is. Your energies have been together for a long time, but they're getting even more together. It's not so much you're walking with this person and they're walking with you, energetically speaking. It's blending together into one energy. You know, and that's shown here with a 10 of Wands of pressure in the soul. It's time to do something in the 3D. Spying's not going to be enough. And spying can be just looking at your picture or thinking about you a daydream, and it can be that. It doesn't have to be looking at your social media. What's the potential final outcome, red with the Page of Swords? Yeah, it's too strong. It's the Empress. Yeah, it had to be something like that there. That's communication. That's just an irresistible urge. We see the pressure in the soul. Billy Joel's Pressure is playing in my head right now. Pressure. Right? It's a strong draw to reach out and communicate. Spying's not enough. Spank bank's not enough. Thinking about it's not enough. The souls are already together. There's a huge pressure here. It's go time. And because of this 10 of Wands, this 3 of Wands is antsy. Okay? And this wall is, let me look at it. There's nothing left of it. It's got vines on it and shit. It's been left to shit. There's nothing left. There's no reason not to. And right there, that's you. That's a very, very, there's a huge attraction here. I see it. There's a lot they want to open up about. There's no doubt about that. Okay. Let's clarify. Let's clarify with the witches. I'm going to switch. Last minute switch here. Let's do it. Yeah. But randomly at the bottom of the deck, I didn't know that was there. Ace of Pentacles. The energy that represents the month of December, which I'm pulling on. Yep. Solid new beginning. What's with the Three of Wands here? Tell me about the Three of Wands, universe. Let's go. Let's go deeper. So, I don't understand how they cannot reach out. And neither does the universe. The Empress here is it's a very clear message. It's an irresistible energy. It's irresistible. There's so much pressure in the soul. I felt that. I felt that even in the pre-shuffle. Why is the Three of Wands here? They got to do something soon. Again, I'm not a time lord. This could happen in December. I'm pulling on December, but there's no time in the energy. It could be early January just as well. It can be for some of you. You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. But this person's, you're already together. In the 5D, energetically, you're already together. It's the three, and that puts a lot of pressure on the soul. Here, there's absolutely no reason you shouldn't be watching this reading with them, feeling each other up on a couch. I'll tell you what. Why is the Three of Wands here? Yeah. Empress, right? Emperor. These are read together, and these should make sense together, and they do. Yeah. It's a divine couple coming together very soon here. The divine masculine is showing up very soon, is what this says. Here in the energetic, the energy of your connection. What's on top? Yeah. And there's a Five of Cups. There's more of, again, they can't stop thinking about this. What I get off of this card is a longing kind of energy, right? A longing. So much so she didn't even bother to put a shirt on. She's so sad, she just went outside. Fuck it, whatever. Nobody around. Why? Well, there's nobody around. It's their fault. Because they left themselves out in the cold. There's a longing there. And that's part of the reason it's happening. There's a longing here. This emperor is looking out over these two people over here. He's got all his shit, right? All his stuff. But it's not enough. He's longingly looking at people having fun and frolicking. He's looking at you. You're right there. Why is the Five of Cups here? Justice. Listen, every indication here is that this is coming together. Okay? And this is just repeating sort of what the cut card said. The whole pre-shuffle, the whole cut, it's all getting just backed up by the reading. Doesn't matter how deep I go. Justice is coming here. Something's going to balance out. This person needs to speak up. Why? Because we look at the bookend, there's a lot of pressure in the soul. You're already on top of each other. That energy is feeding each other. And it's I can't even describe how much pressure is there. I mean, I want to reach out to you. Right now, I feel that whenever I draw my attention to this energy, I'm like, I got to reach out. In the 3D, they're behaving a bit of Page, though. They're behaving a Page of Swords, and I think it's nervousness about having to reveal a lot of feelings, because that's what the Three of Cups talks about, all right? The Eight of Wands after the cut told us there's going to be communication, but the Three of Cups here tells us what that communication is. And they know they have to come right, I can tell you that. There's a lot of longing here, which leads to communication. That's justice. It really is. Somebody needs to fix this. Somebody needs to stop this longing energy. That's why I got the Three of Wands there. It's very soon. A lot of pressure here. This wall is nothing. And have it end with the Empress is unreal. All right. Page of Swords. Tell me about it. What's going on here? Yeah. It's short-sighted thinking. It is. It's Five of Swords crossing it. It's short-sighted thinking on their part. It's one of those things where I always teach people, if you think about something too much, you'll find too many reasons not to do it. You can't overthink things. Just to see if it makes sense. If it's something you feel like you have to do, well, of course it feels like they have to do it. My God, there's a longing energy here. There's a pressure in the soul. They're being short-sighted by just lingering around and not really doing anything. The energy is too powerful for them to do something. Okay? And that's creating more pressure in the soul. So it builds and it builds and it builds. What's on top? Yeah, Three Swords. That doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. They're only hurting, their short-sighted thinking, Five of Swords, is only hurting themselves. And they know it. They're disappointing their own self by not reaching out. Well, of course they are. You're probably in their dreams every damn night. I mean, it's tough, man. I can't describe this energy to you. There's a lot in the 3D. There's a lot of pain. And yes, I could tell them why if they were watching. It's because your energy is already together. And that creates a real need to express emotion, to express feelings. The water is trying to flow. And energy flows, main flow is from 5D to 3D. So if you're already together in the 5D, then that's flowing into the 3D. So here's what's happening. And there's a lot of, they are disappointed in themselves too. That they didn't do something. Just longing and disappointment there. They have big time. Why is the Three of Swords here? The King of Swords. Yeah, the King of Swords. They got to take action. Action will be taken here is what that's saying. This is my king. He makes plans. He gives orders. You know, usually orders a Knight of Swords to go do something. You know, that kind of thing. This is communication. This is someone who needs to get this fixed. Just like over here. The universe saying the same thing. They need to get this fixed. Well, over here they need to get this fixed. All right? And the only way to solve it is through communication. We have the Three of Cups and the Eight of Wands. So, you know, it is up to their free will. It's minor arcana. They can continue to be a page all they want. But your energies are not going to separate in the 5D. They're going to have to do something or live with this. Why is the Ten of Wands here? Let's go into their soul. All right? This whole reading's just cross-checking itself. All of my December readings, all my readings, period, but especially here in December, the energy's been flowing nice. You know, it's like the universe really wants the viewer to know all this stuff. You know, nothing's redacted. It's all just here. Why is the Ten of Wands here? The readings have cross-checked themselves left and right. All right. Why is this here? And it's back. The card I already showed you that was randomly at the bottom, the Ace of Pentacles. This has to be resolved. This has to be. There's a solid new beginning trying to happen, and they're slowing things down with their behavior in the 3D. Saying the same thing we've already learned, and we're pretty deep in the energy right now. What's on top? Death. Look at that. What did I just say? Saying the same thing we've already said. There's a change coming here. We had the Death card in the pre-shuffle. There's a change coming here. And this card is directly bookending the Five of Cups. They have to fix this. Again, cross-checking itself all the way around. This is a dam about to break. There's a lot of pressure on this person to reach out and speak up because you're already together in the 5D. So this Death card is powerful. That's powerful major arcana energy. Why is that Death card here? Because the water's trying to flow. Look, I can't make this stuff up. All right? I'm pretty good at this. That's as much as I'm willing to say. You can think I'm great at it if you want. If I start thinking I'm great, then I'm no use to you. I'm pretty good at this. I've been reading energy since I was a little kid. I was born with this stupid ability I wish I didn't have, but I have it, and I use it to help people as best I can these days. I can tell you what's going to change. The reason there's so much pressure here is the water isn't flowing, right? The overall energy is flowing water. In communication, they have to say how they feel in the 3D. Primary energy flow is 5D to 3D. You're already together in the 5D, so that keeps flowing into the 3D, creating this Three Swords. This king is going to take action. I've got every step of the way here. Justice, communication. King of Swords, communication. Ace of Cups, communication. What's changing is because of this pressure, the water is starting to flow. And that's where communication comes from. And it's so powerful, the universe threw me the Empress, the most attractive energy, irresistible energy in the deck right there. Okay, that is communication. And it's meaningful. It has to be to the Empress. It might be a little swordsy on their part, but the water's starting to flow. It has to here. Let's talk to the universe. Why is the Nine of Wands here? Oh, this is so clear. It's crystal clear. I mean, just looking at the energy from the surface, reading the energy, I would say if somebody says, tell me about this person, right? Or tell me about this couple, I would say you're already together and living together. It feels like the energy, usually the energy when it's this connected are two people that sleep in the same bed every night, you know, live the same life, are on the same timeline. You literally are on the same timeline with this person. It's like they're living with you and you're living with them. It's time for this to come into the 3D. But you can reach out to this person if you want. You can do what you want to, okay? But their behavior in the 3D is a Page of Swords. The universe says, the energy says, you'll be disappointed if you do. Because they will react under a Three of Swords energy, and they might cut you out. Okay, energy's always in layers. I'm just giving you that layer in case you're out there going, well, Steve, why don't I just reach out to them? Because they have to learn the lesson to be vulnerable, and if they don't, they're just going to behave the way they've always behaved and run again. All right, why is the Nine Wands here? What's the universe want to tell me about this wall? Mr. Gorbachev, tear this wall down. All right, tear this wall down. What's going on here? What's going on? Yeah, they can't. Resistance is futile anyway because of the final outcome. The Empress, it's irresistible, right? It's the 9 cups. It's 9 of cups. It's 2 nines. It can't take it anymore. No more wall. Must have cups. The pressure is building so much. The water's starting to flow. There's a change in the air. There's a change in the energy. 2 death cards in this reading. That's wild. That's wild. What's on top? 6 of Pentacles. Got to give to live. I'm reminded of a Sammy Hagar song. How about that? I haven't heard that song in 30 years. You got to be kidding me. Give to live. Right? It really is. Go look up the words, even if it's not your kind of music. So there's something in the lyrics to Sammy Hagar's Give to Live that is going to be helpful to you here as to what's going on when it's read with this 5 of Cups. It's someone here, there's a longing, who realizes that, again, you're already together, all this pressure, they've got to give to live. And this is living. This is the 9 of Cups. It's the crossing energy. All right. Someone who breadcrumbed, the wall is gone. It's crumbling. All right. Why is the 6 of Pentacles here? Queen of Pentacles. One of the nicest energies of the Empress, read with justice. Okay. Again, this person has a higher opinion of you than what you might think in the 3D. This person, there's almost an admiration here on some level. It's not really that per se, but that's the only way I can describe it. There's just communication coming. You're not coming to them, they have to come to you. Would be one way I can read the energy. And that's what you want to have happen. Because this is someone who wasn't vulnerable. And they have to be. Someone needs to tell you how they feel here. And stop. Your energies are already intertwined and together. All right. Now, a final outcome is the Empress. That is communication. It's irresistible. They have to do it. The water's starting to flow. There's a lot of pressure in the soul for reasons I've already explained. I mean, I can't explain this reading any more in depth than I already have. Why is the Empress here? What's the final on this? What's going on? Tell me about the Empress. Why is the Empress here? Yeah. It's crossed by the 5 of Swords, which was also crossing here. These cards are red with these cards. All right? This person, I think they come to their senses. There's sort of an energy of that here. I get it off justice a little bit. I think they come to their senses a little bit, but I also think because the Page of Swords is here, when they do reach out, it might be a little disappointing. Okay, I've seen this a lot with a few of the signs here in the month, including Leo's person who's going to reach out, but it's going to be like one of those messages of like, what the fuck is this about? You know, why did you even bother? It's like that. It's going to be, they're coming toward the Empress in a very short-sighted way. Especially, I say that because I have the 5 of Swords crossing here, and they're read together. So it's a false victory in a way. The water is flowing, but it's restricted flow. It's Page of Swordsy, how they come at you. It's a little disappointing, but it's a start. The dam is breaking here, okay? The 10 of Wands in the soul with a death card on top of it. And why is the death card here? The Ace of Cups, which, you know, again, the change is once the water starts to flow, they got to do something. The water's become still, and that's where this 3 of Swords comes from, because it gets toxic when it sits. What's on top? Yeah, victory. Yeah, they got to get victory. Again, we're saying the same thing. You've got to give to live, right? You've got to get victory over this. This whole reading is about need to get victory over this, communication. Need to get victory over this, communication. Need to get victory over this, communication. It's all communication. It's what it is. And right here, this victory card, 6 of Wands, is read with the 3 of Swords. They're going to get past this and come in. I do think they show up a little pagey, but maybe a little swordsy with the King of Swords here. Why is the 6 of Wands here? Yeah, the King of Cups. Somebody's coming to tell you how they feel because they're running out of land. They're running out of excuses. The water's coming in. This is proof that the water is starting to flow. This card is proof of the Ace of Cups and what I talked about around that. So this reading is solid. I stand by it. It is what it is. And I'm giving you your energy and your connection pretty accurately because it's backed up countless times throughout the reading. So you're already together with this person. If they don't show up, you might ask, well, what happens if they don't show up, Steve? And yeah, you sound like that. It's on them. Then they can live in 3 swords. You know? That's like asking if you got a toothache, what happens if you don't go to the dentist? You know, well, I don't have to go. Okay. Well, then don't go. And live with the fucking toothache. Go ahead. You know, I mean, you've learned your lessons on your side. You're reflecting here as the Queen of Pentacles. You're the shit. She got everything she needs. She's not chasing. She's fine. If this person wants to cure all this shit that's wrong, they need to come in. Your energies will always be together in the 5D. You can always pull from that energy. You can draw from it. You can find deep emotion within the love that's there in the 5D to give to someone else if this person doesn't want it. It's just the way it is. But let's not forget what's crossing this 3 of Cups, the Star. There's a lot of destiny in play here. A lot of it. And this is something, this is a very powerful connection. You have one of the most powerful. If for no other reason than it's because you're together already, it's been feeding itself. Right? Let's pull 3 more cards from the universe and we'll get out of here. Best I can tell you, I would expect communication because the water's starting to flow. They're running out of land. And the King of Cups is proof that, again, we have victory, but we also have false victory crossing it. Yeah, it's a victory that they show up because, you know, you guys are already connected and there's a conversation that needs to happen. But it's a false victory because they don't share everything. King of Cups. All right? So, again, net, this all results in a Page of Swords coming at you. But still, you know, that's the beginning. The universe swears there's justice coming here. So, and that's Libra energy. So, let's see where we go. Libra's always fair and balanced. You don't like arguing, right? You just want to find a solution. That's it. Find a solution. Work with what comes at you. That's all we can do in life. Just work with what energy comes at you. And work within it. Don't try to change it. Don't try to alter it. You'll go crazy. Just however they come at you, behave like water. Water takes the shape of whatever you pour it into. Be like water. That's all. And you get some good victory here. Give me 3 cards, universe. What else you want to tell Libra before we go? King of Swords. King of Swords. Communication. Chariot. Coming at you fast. Page of Pentacles. Communication. They're worried about what to say, so it comes out a little swordsy. Crossing the Chariot is 8 Wands. I rest my case. It's like a fucking mic drop right there. I rest my case. There's the 8 Wands coming back. It's crossing a Chariot here. Someone is determined to fix this, and there's a lot to fix. They've got to fix this 3 of Swords, this 5 of Cups. You're already together. There's a burden in the soul. Once the water starts to flow, they come right towards you. But because they're worried about what they're going to say, it may come out a little swordsy, is what the universe is saying. But there's forward movement coming here. 8 Wands, the second time in this reading. And this time crossing another card of communication, Chariot. As Major Arcana, it represents this soulmate cycle. If this soulmate cycle that you're all in right now had a card, it is this. Why? Because if for no other reason, it's the soulmate cycle of the runner. It's Chariot's usually, it's Cancer energy. This soulmate cycle is sponsored by Cancer because the North Node was in Cancer when it started. But I'll tell you what, the Chariot's the perfect card to represent it anyway. Even if this wasn't Cancerian energy, sometimes it's 2 horses pulling in 2 different directions by an out of balance, because an out of balance Burger King emperor can't drive it right. And that's exactly what's happened here in this cycle. I'd like to point out there's 1 horse here. And I'd also like to point out that we had an emperor crossing over here. All right, coming to talk to who? The Empress, that's who. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right, good luck.